Hello everyone. Last time we have completed the theory part of this chapter. So today we are going to do sums based on this chapter. So the first problem, for the reaction 2N2O5 giving 4NO2 plus O2 in liquid bromine, N2O5 disappears at a rate of 0.02 moles per dm cube second inverse. At what rate NO2 and O2 are formed? What would be the rate of the reaction? Okay, so this thing is asked. Now you know that rate is given by instantaneous rate or the average one. So normally while doing the problems we are dealing with the instantaneous rate of a reaction. So I can write down it as rate is equal to, by the reaction I can say that it will be rate is equal to minus 1 upon 2, minus as you know refers to when the reactants are consumed. Okay, so minus refers to when the reactants are consumed and plus refers to when it is produced, when the compounds are produced. Okay, so rate is equal to minus 1 upon 2 d by dt of concentration of N2O5, that is equal to plus 1 upon 4 d by dt of concentration of NO2, that is equal to plus d by dt of concentration of O2. By using this relation we can easily find out the rate of NO2 as well as the rate of oxygen which is formed over there. Okay, and the rate of the reaction which can be found out in terms of N2O5 is also possible. Okay, so before starting with the main thing, you have to understand whenever a reaction is given you have to write down this step. Okay, so once a relation we have written, the next thing is we have to see what is given. Okay, so it is written in the question that N2O5 disappears at a rate of 0.02 moles per dm cube second inverse. So by this I can write it as d by dt of concentration of N2O5 is equal to 0.02. So this is what is given in the reaction, that is which is given in the problem. So by using this thing I can find out the rate of the reaction, the rate of formation of oxygen as well as the rate of formation of NO2. So rate of the reaction is simply equal to what? Minus 1 upon 2 d by dt of concentration of N2O5 by the relation which was written in the previous slide, that is equal to, you can just have to multiply it by what? 0.02. So it will be 1 upon 2 into 0.02 will give me the answer. So next, rate of formation of O2. Again by the relation I can write it as what? Rate of formation of O2, that is equal to d by dt of concentration of O2. So I know that it is equal to 1 upon 2 into 0.02 even by the same relation. Okay, that is equal to 1 upon 2, and what is that? 0.02 refers to d by dt of concentration of N2O5. So I get the answer as 0.01 moles dm raised to minus 3 second inverse. Next we also have to find out the rate of formation of NO2. So by the relation I can write it as what? Rate is equal to minus 1 upon 2 d by dt of N2O5, that is equal to plus 1 upon 4 d by dt of concentration of NO2. Now in this relation what I want is the concentration of NO2, right? So that means the rate of formation, rate is given by d by dt of the concentration of NO2. So I will take that in one side and the rest I will take in the other side. So my relation will be d by dt of NO2, that is equal to 4 upon 2 d by dt of concentration of N2O5. So if you directly substitute the value of d by dt of concentration of N2O5, you will get the answer. So what is d by dt of N2O5? It is nothing but equal to 0.02. So I will get my final answer as, that is equal to 4 upon 2 into 0.02. After solving this I will get the answer as 0.04 moles dm raised to minus 3 second inverse. Okay. Second problem, write the rate law for the reaction A plus B going to P from the following data. So the concentration of A is given, initial concentration of A is given, initial concentration of B is given, and the initial rate is given. Okay, so by using these values we will be able to find out the rate law. Now how we can find out? The first thing is we will say and see, understand, A plus B is given, that is a reactance, P is a product. While writing the rate law, we only consider the reactant side. Okay, so first we have to write down what can be the rate law. Okay, so the rate law will be equal to, rate is equal to K, the concentration of A raised to X, into the concentration of B raised to Y. So if I am able to find out what is X and what is Y with the help of this table, I can easily get the rate law. So we just have to find out what X and Y. What is X and Y? The order of the reaction in terms of concentration of A and in terms of concentration of B. That is how we are going to work out this problem. So the rate law is given by, rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. Now from the observations 1 and 2, I can write it as what? The first one, 4 into 10 raised to minus 5 is equal to 0.4 raised to X into 0.2 raised to Y, where 0.4 is the concentration of A, 0.2 is the concentration of B, and 4 into 10 raised to minus 5 is the rate. Okay, similarly I can write the second observation as 6 into 10 raised to minus 5 is equal to 0.6 raised to X into 0.2 raised to Y. Now dividing second by first, we have 6 into 10 raised to minus 5 upon 4 into 10 raised to minus 5. After solving this, I'll get it as 1.5. That is equal to 0.6 raised to X into 0.2 raised to Y upon 0.4 raised to X into 0.2 raised to Y, that is equal to 0.6 upon 0.4. When I solve 0.6 upon 0.4 raised to X, I'll get it as 1.5 raised to X. So I'll equate this left hand side and the right hand side. I'll get it as 1.5 is equal to 1.5 raised to X. So I can just imagine 1.5 raised to dash is equal to 1.5. That is simple. So it will be what? 1. So A raised to 1 is equal to A. Okay. So the simple way, X is nothing but equal to 1. Similarly, I am going to find out what is Y. So from the observations 1 and 3 separately in the rate law, it will give 4 into 10 raised to minus 5, that is equal to 0.4 into 0.2 raised to Y. Now why we are writing 0.4 raised to X instead of X? I am using it as 1 because we have already found out that thing. Okay. So next one, 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 4 is equal to 0.8 raised to 1. Again we know that X is equal to 1 into 0.4 raised to Y. Now dividing 4 by 3, we can write 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 4 upon 4 into 10 raised to minus 5 is equal to 0.8 into 0.4 raised to Y upon 0.4 into 0.2 raised to Y. Now after solving this thing, I'll get the value as what? 8 is equal to 2 into 0.6 upon 0.2 raised to Y. So at the end, I'll get the value as 4 is equal to 2 raised to 2. That means if I bring that 2 to the other side, it will become 4. So 4 is equal to 2 raised to Y. So I just have to imagine 2 raised to dash is equal to 4. So 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. Therefore, the value of Y is equal to 2. Therefore, I got the rate law as what? Rate law is given by rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. So I just have to substitute the value of X as 1 and Y as 2. So the final rate law will be equal to rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised to 1 into concentration of B raised to 2. Next, problem number 3. This is simple one. For the reaction 2NOBr giving 2NO2 plus Br2, the rate law is rate is equal to K into concentration of NOBr raised to 2 if the rate of the reaction is 6.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 mole liter inverse second inverse when the concentration of NOBr is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole per liter. What would be the rate constant for the reaction? Now this is very simple. The rate law is given. We know what is rate. We know what is the concentration of NOBr. I just have to find out K. So only one is unknown. You can easily substitute and find out the answer. So the solution for the previous question, rate is equal to K into concentration of NOBr raised to 2, or I can write it as K is equal to rate upon concentration of NOBr raised to 2. So after substituting the value, I'll get the final answer as 1.625 mole inverse liter raised to 1 second inverse. Please check the unit over here. Okay. Now next problem. Again a simple one. So for the reaction 2NO plus 2H2 giving N2 plus 2H2O, the rate law is rate is equal to K into concentration of NO raised to 2 into concentration of H2 raised to 1. What is the order with respect to NO and H2? What is the overall order of the reaction? This is the simplest problem. Okay, over here the rate expression is given to you. Okay, and in that thing you have seen that NO is raised to 2. So NO raised to 2, that 2 is nothing but the order with respect to NO, and the concentration of H2 raised to 1, that 1 is the order with respect to hydrogen. So I can say that the overall reaction, or I can just say the reaction is second order in NO and first order in H2, and the overall order of the reaction is equal to 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. So this reaction is of third order. Okay. Next problem. The rate of the reaction A plus B going to P is 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2 mole dm raised to minus 3 second inverse when concentration of A is equal to 0.2 moles per dm cube and concentration of B is equal to 0.1 mole per dm cube. Calculate the rate constant if the reaction is first order in A and second order in B. So by this we can first write down what is rate law. So rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. Over here X will be equal to 1 and Y will be equal to 2, as it is first order in terms of A and second order in terms of B. So we write rate is equal to K into concentration of A into concentration of B raised to 2, or I can write it as K is equal to rate upon concentration of A into concentration of B raised to 2. Now I know the value of rate. What is rate is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2 mole dm raised to minus 3 second inverse, and the concentration of A is equal to 0.2 mole dm raised to minus 3 and concentration of B is equal to 0.1 mole dm raised to minus 3. So if we substitute these values in the above equation, we'll get the value for K. So after substituting the values, I'll get the answer as 18 mole raised to minus 2 dm cube raised to minus 6 second inverse. Next problem. A plus B giving P if the concentration of A is doubled with concentration of B being constant, the rate of the reaction doubles. If the concentration of A is tripled and that of B is doubled, the rate increases by a factor 6. What is the order of the reaction with respect to each reactant? Next, determine the overall order of the reaction. Okay, so first we have to understand the problem. Here two conditions are given. Based on that conditions, we can find out what is X and Y, that is the order of the reaction with respect to each of the reactant. And once the order of each of the reactant is known, we can just add and find out the overall reaction. Okay, so let's see the solution for this. So first we are going to write down the rate law for the reaction. So rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. So we'll write down this as equation number 1. Now if A is doubled, the rate doubles. So with this thing we can easily understand that the reaction will be of first order with respect to A. Okay, so we can also write it as 2 into rate is equal to K into concentration of 2A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. Now why we have multiplied it by 2? Because with the first condition, when A is doubled, the rate doubles. Therefore I have multiplied it by 2 in the rate, and even with the concentration of A, I have multiplied it by 2. Therefore I will get K into 2 raised to X into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. So this I will write it as equation number 2. Next, by the other condition, that is if the concentration of A is tripled and that of B is doubled, the rate increases by a factor 6. So therefore I will get the equation as 6 into rate is equal to K into 3A raised to X into 2B raised to Y. Now I'll write down this as equation number 3. So I'll divide equation 3 by 1. So I will get the equation as 6 into rate upon rate is equal to 3 into whatever is there in equation 3 and 1. Then I'll get the equation as what? 6 is equal to 3 into 2 raised to Y. That is equal to 6. That 3 I'll take it in the other side. It will become what? 6 upon 3. So that is nothing but equal to 2. So 2 is equal to 2 raised to Y. So similar way, 2 raised to what is equal to 2? 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2. Therefore the value of Y is equal to 1. Therefore I can say that the reaction is first order in A and first order in B. Therefore the overall reaction will be 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Therefore the overall reaction is of second order. Okay, so we have completed sums till the order of reaction. Next time again we are going to continue with the sums of this chapter. So please try to do sums of the similar types. Okay then, bye.